Some really fun games to follow. Let's start with the Chargers and the Detroit Lions, big boy football. Hey, Chargers fans, you're not playing the Bears and the Jets or the Raiders anymore. Bolts, this is hard. This is a short work week, John, coming off the Monday Night Football victory against the Jets. The Lions make every game a rock fight. Man, are they tough. The Chargers, they're 0-3 this season against good teams. And this is Detroit 6-2 coming in here. Good team. Bolts are averaging 341 yards per game on offense. Their defense is giving up 375, but they played a lot of substandard teams more recently. I don't know where the chunk plays are yet with Justin Herbert. I mean, he had 13 hits and 5 sacks in the game against the Jets. They hardly ever gave him any time to go down the field. Now, he's not turning the ball over, 13 touchdowns, only 4 interceptions, but there's not a lot of big plays. Of course, they're without their number 2 and now their number 3 wide receivers with the injuries to Mike Williams and Josh Palmer. They got to target Quentin Johnson, the number 1 pick. Plain and simple. He's big and he's physical. He drops passes. He runs wrong routes. You got to keep going to him and get him into it. They don't have their tight end as 100% healthy in Gerald Everett. And, I don't think they have a hell of a lot of team speed right now in the wide receiving core. Yes, Austin Eckler's back, but they're averaging just a shade over 3 yards per carry. The receivers are averaging only 10 yards per catch. It's just not a big down the play field. Offense, they're struggling. Defense has got 31 sacks, but there's always a but when you're talking about charging. 15 of the 31 sacks have come against the woeful Jets and the woeful Raiders.
Right.
So I don't know how really good the pass rush truly is. Detroit, we're in the Hawaiian blue. I didn't realize this till this morning. They're number 2 in the league in offense now. Number 2.
Nice.
Pedestrian Detroit hasn't won bleep in how many years?
Yeah.
They're
decades.
number 2 in the league, averaging 390 per game. They're number 5 defensively in the NFL. We knew that, allowing just 296 per game. Detroit's allowed only 17 touchdowns in 8 games. 8 into 17, carry the 1. That's amazing.
That's less than half.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, it's 17 touchdowns in only 8 games. And when you have the ball on third down, good luck to you. You're completing 32% of your third down conversions against that Detroit
Jeez,
defense.
these guys are legit.
21 sacks, 10 takeaways, 3 yards per carry against the rush. Jared Goff, the guy the Rams gave up on. Jared Goff has got a quarterback rating of 96, almost equal to Justin Herbert's, not turning the ball over. Amor St. Brown, 57 catches, 11 yards per catch. Kid from USC's playing really well. This tight end they got out of the Big Ten, Matt Laporta, 43 receptions. He's averaging 10 yards per catch. Their backup receivers, when they come off the bench, are averaging 18, 12, and 12. And then there's the young running back, came out of Bama, Jahmyr Gibbs. 564 all-purpose yards in 5 games.
Wow.
He's averaging 5 yards per rush and 5 yards per carry or per reception, dump and run. This is a pretty tough team. You ever been in a rock fight? You don't want to be in a rock fight.
No, not at all. But the Chargers, they beat the Jets, but that game was just terrible. It was just awful. All these punts, and it's just inept offense. I mean, the Lions are a big step up over the Jets.
Well, the Jets defense, that looked really impressive. Lions defense, I think, is equally impressive. So this will be a challenge for the Chargers. These people that are emailing me and my friends, stop it. Chargers are back. Please, you beat the Bears and you beat the Jets. Now you're going to get beat up by Detroit. The next game, 49ers, Jaguars. San Fran coming off the bye week. Brock Purdy getting healthier. Big issue. All of a sudden, turning the football over. Christian McCaffrey's going to be able to run the ball against what is the strength of the Jaguars, their defensive front. Trevor Lawrence, Etienne, the running back, Ridley, the wide receiver. They're making things happen offensively. This is kind of going to be a grinded out game. Jacksonville they're playing everybody really hard and causing problems. San Francisco couldn't lose its 4th in a row, could it?
I hope not. I mean, geez, they're going through a tough stretch right now. But, the Jaguars are, they're a pretty decent team. We saw how they lit up the Chargers in the playoffs.
On we go. Ravens, Browns. Deshaun Watson meet the Baltimore defense. Wow. Baltimore's defense is giving up 265 yards per game. Baltimore's defense has got 35 sacks, 13 takeaways. On third down, lucky you, you get to convert 34% of your third down plays against the Ravens defense. And you got the hot MVP candidate, Lamar Jackson, at quarterback that's doing everything. Now, when he lines up at the line of scrimmage, that guy wearing number 97, that's Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett leads the defense, got 27 quarterback sacks. Cleveland's defense is kind of carrying this team. But, boy, this might be a long Sunday for Deshaun Watson with no running game and to face that Baltimore front.
Yeah, this is going to be like a defensive, challenge between both of these teams. But, you got to go with the Ravens here, right? I mean, they're stacked, and you even predicted they're going to win the division.
Raiders, New York Jets. Well, there was a lot of excitement last week in Las Vegas. Drunk Raider fan, celebrating because the Raiders beat the junior varsity of the New York Football Giants, who've been destroyed by injuries. So Antonio Pierce now gets to do it against somebody else, a really good New York Jets defense. Aiden O'Connell, young quarterback, Purdue, meet the Jets and their street tough defense. If the Jets defense cranks it up this week against the Raider Nation, like they did last week against Justin Herbert and what looked at times maybe to be a potential Jet victory, it's going to be a tough day for the Raiders. What do you tell the drunken Raider fans?
Well, the drunken Raider fans are suddenly believing in their team because they won last week, and they think, man, they're going to be rolling again. But I just don't see it. I don't.
Okay. Speaking of the Raider Nation,